guys, welcome back to Black Moon Coven. So in this video, we're going to talk all about cord magic or not magic. And I'm planning to do a couple of more little DIYs on knot magic and stuff like that. We're going to make witches' ladders and little protective knot bracelets. So let's get into the video and then stay tuned for those videos. So the history of knot magic, it's over 400 years old. It could be traced back to the very first civilization of people, used by sailors to bind winds. So they would take a piece of a rope and tie 3 knots to bind a wind, and then release a knot if they wanted more wind. Releasing all 3 knots could cause a hurricane, so I thought that would be really, really cool to include. Traditional and folk magic, making witch ladders. So cord magic is very, very simple or very hard depending on the skill level and what type of magic you want to achieve, but it could be as simple as 1 knot, or it could be as super, super complex as 9 or 50 knots if you really, really, really please or want to. So cord magic involves casting spells using the physical act of tying or untying knots to bind or release the spell. So pretty simply, if you tie a knot, you are incorporating or encapsulating intention and a spell into a knot. You are keeping it there. Releasing it, you are breaking a spell, you are releasing the magic, that sort of thing. So cord magic 101. Here is some, not rules, but some guidelines on cord magic and how you do it and some little tips and things like that. So hemp, cord, ribbons, strings, shoelaces, yarns, basically any type of string, yarn, material that you could tie into knots can be used as cord magic. Hair could be used, or pieces off of clothing, shoelaces, that type of thing. Anything that can be tied into a knot you can use for cord magic. Colors matter, so you can match the intention of the spell to the color of the cord. So say you want a protective cord magic spell, you could do a green cord, or if you want one for love, you could do a red cord. If you want one for binding, you could do black, that sort of thing. It's completely optional, but it does help boost your spell and kind of help you focus your intention as a beginner. So numbers are an optional factor as well. You could do 1 cord or 1 knot. You can do multiple cords as well. Braiding is a thing too, but we'll get into that. So you could do 1 knot or multiple knots. It depends on your intention and your spell and what you want to achieve with it. So braids make bonds or spells stronger. So a lot of time in hand fasting, which is a traditional Wiccan type ceremony, witches ceremony for weddings, they use cord magic. So the couple would braid cords together and then tie their hands together to symbolize a union type of thing. So braids make bonds really, really strong. And they're kind of the same thing as cord magic. So if you don't want to tie a knot, you could do a braid and then release the braid, that sort of thing. So there's so many methods to do cord magic. There's really no wrong way to do it. You just have to follow a couple of basic guidelines, and basically it's up to your imagination. So the basic rule of cord magic, this is like the only rule or guideline there really is. A string is used and a knot is tied or untied. So the rest is completely up to you. Colors, number of strings, what the spell is for, how to knot the strings, whatever else, where to hang it, where to keep it, where to dispose of it, how to burn it, whatever else, that's completely up to you and your imagination. That is the basic rule of cord magic, is a string is used and a knot is tied or untied. So the knot is a container of intention. The knot or the cord, the knot thing, stores magic inside of it. So when you make a knot, when you tie the cord together, it stores magic inside because you're pulling at it and you're putting your intention in there. Untied, you are releasing magic into the universe, or you're just breaking the spell, or whatever you want to do. It's one of the only methods in magic, that has an actual off button type of thing. So say you did a love spell with a cord, and it's the only type of magic that you can be like, okay, the spell is done, I don't want to do this spell anymore, it's gotten pretty crazy, I'm done with it. You can just untie the cord and it's completely done. So it's kind of like a foolproof magic method type of thing. So you tie the cord, it stores a magic, you untie it, it releases it, it breaks the spell, so you can do any type of magic with it. It's pretty an awesome way to not only teach yourself another aspect of magic, but it's completely kind of foolproof. So, and that depends on the spells that you use with the cord magic. So on to the spell part. Spells perfect for cord magic. Any type of binding spells. Really popular with cord magic. So you could take a person, and if they're causing you harm or negativity, you could bind them. Take their picture, kind of, you know, in Craft, she does a really great representation where she takes Nancy's picture and binds it and, you know, does the binding spell that way. So that is a type of cord magic. You can do protection spells with cord magic. You can do love spells. You can do either healing spells. Witches' ladders are pretty typical and pretty common. So there is a whole universe of cord magic out there. You just have to be very creative. So we're going to go into a couple of other videos where we're going to use cord magic, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a witch's ladder, because the witch's ladders are also very various in their purposes. So you can use a witch's ladder for protection, for love. It's a different type of cord magic, but it's more intense. And then I'm also going to show you how to do a cute little protection bracelet or love bracelet or whatever you want to use it for your intention. So hopefully you guys liked this video. If you're new here, come and join and subscribe, join the coven. And that's basically it. You know, check out my Etsy page. We're having new items every week. And follow me on all the little witchy aminos. I'm part of all of them, almost. So definitely come and join me there if you want to talk to me personally, or put a comment down below. So yeah, until next time, I will see you guys.